Well, today we're going to do a little math lesson. So grab your pencils and your notepad, and here we go. All right, so the old douchebag, Elon Pusshead, he's busy doing the slash and grab, He's just cutting people out. He's firing people right and left, and just causing a hell of a ruckus. And the Trump dummies are they're 100% behind him because he's cutting all this waste. People working, that's wasteful because these people are working, I guess. So you got a construction company. So you're a big shot construction company, and you're building houses. Let's say you're doing 50 houses a month. You're big. You've got excavators, you've got masons, you've got bricklayers, you got block layers, you got carpenters, electricians, plumbers, HVAC. You've got communications people. You've got the whole gamut of the whole series of people that are involved in building. And you're doing just fine. You're rolling out 50 units a month and profit margins are good. And a new boss comes along. A new guy buys the company and he brings along some hot dog who thinks he's God's gift to the construction industry. And so he says, well, you know what? We got all these people running around. We got all these part-time employees, these kids that we hired during the summer to work as laborers and stuff. Let's just get rid of all them. Let's get rid of them, and let's get rid of all the foremans and superintendents and all those people. We don't need them, At least get rid of half of them. And all of a sudden, we're saving this money because we don't have to pay. We don't have to pay for wages, and we don't have to pay the insurance on these people. Employment rates are going to go up, but we don't think about that. What we think about is, cut. You got to cut. So now we're doing 2 units a month where we were doing 50, and things aren't going so good, and the company is on the edge of bankruptcy. And I guess that wasn't such a great deal, was it? Well, that's kind of what Musketeer is doing. The old Pusshead. He's slashing and grabbing, and our parks, our national parks, which are actually money making. Tourists. We got a lot of tourists. Tourists buy trinkets. Tourists go on hikes. Tourists buy stuff. Tourists travel around and they pay for things, and they pay park fees, and that's what we call profit. When people pay for stuff and you give them stuff and you end up with more money than what you spend on the stuff. That's profit. Well, we don't really have that anymore because we don't have any people, so we can't get the tourists in the campsites because there's nobody to check them in, and we don't have anybody in the souvenir shops, and we don't have any guides left, and that's just one part of it. That's just part of the thing. And then you got, government agencies that are supposed to be issuing checks and things for people that have paid taxes, so that they could actually have, benefits. And all that's kind of in the dumpster. The math doesn't work. This is, Henry Ford did that. He would fire people if they talked about, unionizing or anything. And there they are, unemployed with no unemployment checks because that didn't exist at the time. And then they'd come back and grovel for their jobs back. And then he'd hire them back and, kind of taught them a lesson, I'm the boss and it's the way it is. And, Steve Jobs kind of did the same thing. And that's what Musk did. What did he do when he bought Twitter? Or Shitter, I guess it was called Twitter. I don't know, Twitter, Shitter, same thing. And what did he do? He fired everybody. And then the people that begged to come back, he brought them back. And the thing lost money like crazy, and I don't know. He changed the name to Excrement, and I think they're making money. Probably not. It doesn't matter, because he's rich from a government subsidy, so he doesn't really care. But, thinks you can do the same thing with the government, but the government doesn't work that way. The government has lawyers, and they have, protesters, which are Americans, actually patriots, real patriots. It doesn't work that way. So, we'll see how it shakes out. I think Musk he's going to lose his businesses, and he's going to get booted out of government, and he's going to be just like the pillow idiot. Remember the pillow idiot? Bankrupted that guy, and I see Trump has really got him under his wing. Boy, he's really taking care of those loyal guys, isn't he? And Rudy Giuliani, he went from here in New York to basically homeless. And where's Trump there? Huh? He's helping him out, isn't he? Boy, he's got Rudy under his wing. Yep, Rudy, I'm going to take care of you, big boy. Thanks a lot. There's your thanks. Yep. And the 30 or 40 lawyers and other people that were part of the first Trump failure, where are they? They're either broke or in prison. Yep. Boy, that guy treats his people just fine. Yeah. One of these days, America, the rest of America, will wake up, and they'll see that they've been lied to, and they've been deceived, and they did drink the Kool-Aid. Most of them Trump dummies, they don't understand what it means when you say drink the Kool-Aid. It means them. It doesn't mean the liberals. The liberals didn't drink anything. The liberals, they read the books, and they did the studies, and they did the investigations into the real data, the facts. They didn't listen to Fox News, and they didn't swallow all that crap that Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson fed them. Fox News, what they're doing? It's all for money. It's all about viewership. It's all about get the people to watch our advertisers. That's what it's about. Do you think they really care about you? Do you think they care about America? It's the last thing they care about. They're as bad as the Republicans in Congress. Do you think they care about America? When was the last time a Republican senator, except for Cheney and Liz Cheney and Kissinger, who have been ousted because they're rhinos. When was the last time a Republican actually did something constructive for America? I certainly don't remember when it was. I know there's a lot of Democrats out there that are fighting, and Bernie Sanders, who's an independent, he's out there fighting and, joining the movement of real Americans. You can be on the side of good, or you can be on the side of stupidity. You gotta pick a side, folks. And I guess the ones that are on the stupid side will be there forever. Well, we'll see what shakes out. We're all in this together, folks.